Good morning. This is Kevin Smith at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with your Eastern Idaho planning briefing for Tuesday, February 4th, 2020. Break today. Huge sigh of relief. The storm is over. We're going to have one day break here before we get into an active weather pattern. Northwest flow of moisture is expected to establish itself across Idaho starting tomorrow, and that's going to bring a long duration snowfall event for some portions of the region from tomorrow right through Friday, and we'll show you what areas are going to be affected by that here momentarily. So snowfall is over, and quite a bit of snowfall yesterday. Here's a look at the snow totals. Generally 6 to 9 inches fell in the Chubbuck and Pocatello area, also out toward American Falls. So that was the sweet spot with that northerly flow, that convergence activity. And you can see here wind gusts across the region too. Some areas gusting 45 all the way up to 63 miles an hour. That did cause those issues on the highways with blowing and drifting snow. So these graphics are available on our Facebook and Twitter pages if anyone wants to take a look. We do have a couple remaining highway closures from all of this morning. So this is the latest map from ITD. It's from 511.idaho.gov. And you can see as of this recording at 5 a.m., still closed along US 20 here from just west of Idaho Falls out to the INL. And then also up here on 47 east of Ashton, still shut down early this morning. So we don't make the decisions on when these roads open, but with the winds really relaxing, the snowfall is completely done, I would think crews would be making great progress on these today, and encourage everybody to check in for the latest information, again at 511.idaho.gov for road status before you head out this morning or do any traveling. Current satellite view sets us up for the next event coming into the region. You can see the stream of moisture coming up across the Pacific. Right now it's running into the western coast of Canada, but you can see some of that starting to dip down to the southeast here. And this flow of moisture is going to come right down across our state. It's really going to get established for a long duration. Again, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, bringing a long period of snowfall to our higher elevations. Again, I'll show you that in just a moment. Maybe some mixed rain and snow showers, but lower impact conditions as you get down into lower elevations, including the Snake Plain. Weather impact overview here. Again, quiet today, and then we launch into our 3-day event. Generally low to minimal impacts here across the Snake Plain, the Magic Valley, the South Hills region. Snow showers maybe mixing with rain as we go on as temperatures warm up Thursday and Friday. Also for the Lost River area, the Wood River area, kind of southern and eastern portions of the Central Mountains, similar story, maybe a little more snow considering the colder temperatures, but still a little bit of a minimal impact there with just a few inches expected. Southeast Highlands and Eastern Highlands, we've lit up here for moderate to now high impacts, and particularly here as you get up into the Island Park area, the Tetons, the Big Hole Mountains, maybe Pine Creek Pass, seeing the worst conditions out of this upcoming event. And I've marked here some moderate impacts across the Sawtooth area as well, the Stanley Basin, the Sawtooth Mountains. I'm expecting some moderate snow accumulations up that way as well. We have issued a winter storm watch, and it matches up with that area I just mentioned, the Island Park area, the Big Hole Mountains. This is where we have the highest confidence of reaching some significant and certainly warning criteria snowfall over the 3-day period. You can see we also have winter storm watches out from our neighboring offices here as you head north. NWS Boise has also issued a winter weather advisory here just to the north and west of Stanley. And I think there is a chance we may need to issue some additional watches, warnings, advisories, possibly as early as today for some additional portions of southeast Idaho. And I think best chance of that will be here in the western central mountains, maybe the Stanley area, and possibly for some additional areas across our southern and eastern highlands. So stay tuned for updates and additional products coming from our office today. Low temperatures this morning, very cold out there. These are our forecast lows. We're actually right now at 1 degree here at the Pocatello Airport. So overperforming by just a couple degrees. And normally colder locales like Hopper Basin and the Stanley Basin are very cold this morning, getting down to about 15 to 25 below zero for actual temperatures. For the rest of the region, a little bit of a wind chill factor here too, and those wind chills are a little bit colder than these actual forecast temperatures here on the map, but we're not reaching criteria for any sort of wind chill warning this morning. But definitely cold, bundle up as you head out for work or recreation today. High temperatures this afternoon remaining quite cool, generally in the teens to low 20s across the region. Again, we're in that post-frontal air mass, nice cool northerly flow, but mostly clear skies, mostly sunny conditions. Winds will be light today, and not expecting any snowfall across the region, so a nice break after yesterday's system. High temperatures going forward to Wednesday, just a tiny bit warmer, but still generally freezing or below across the region during the peak heating of the afternoon. So day one of our event here is going to be all snow across the region. Thursday, you can see those temperatures warm. So as we get down into lower elevations, particularly areas from Blackfoot up to the Wood River Valley and points south and east, this is going to be a mix of maybe rain and snow at night if we do see some snow showers down into the lower elevations. During the day, mostly rain for these areas, but still up in the higher elevations like the western central mountains, the Stanley area, up here toward Du Bois, Island Park, Driggs, the other highlands here in the east, generally still supportive of all snow for day two of this next event. Friday, add just a couple degrees to that, but generally same picture across the region. So here's a first look at storm total snow expectations. Keep in mind these are 3-day totals. This is over the course of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and that long duration flow of moisture moving into the region. Very little expected down here in the lower elevations. You can see much of the Snake Plain, Lincoln County, Eastern Magic Valley, even the Wood River Valley, generally looking at a dusting to maybe an inch or two. You can see 1 to 2 inches here in the southern and eastern Snake Plain, possible from American Falls to Pocatello to Blackfoot, maybe 1 to 3 inches as you head up toward the Idaho Falls area and a bit more in Rexburg. But generally, this is not a pattern. This is not a flow that's really going to favor another round of significant accumulations down in the Snake Plain. Over in the east here, you can see our watch areas are lit up with quite a bit of snowfall over the 3-day period, generally about 8 to 16 inches here across portions of Fremont County up into the Island Park area. May see higher amounts approaching 2 feet up to the north and east of the Max Inn and Island Park area. Some high accumulations too from the Tetons wrapping around into the Big Hole Mountains here, Pine Creek Pass, possibly seeing again about 8 to 20 inches over the 3-day period. And some of those accumulations may stretch down here into the Caribou Highlands, the Bear River Range as well. A little less certainty down in this area. It's maybe not the best target on this northwest flow compared to places like Island Park, but models are spitting out some decent accumulations over that 3-day period. And finally, up here in the north, we're going to be shadowed from this event, protected a little bit from that snowfall in the Wood River Valley, so not expecting much there. Even the Chalice area and the Big Lost Valley, expecting accumulations to be on the low side over this 3-day period. But Frank Church Wilderness, Stanley Basin, the Sawtooth Mountains, we're looking at generally 4 to 8, possibly 6 to 12 inches, depending on where you are over that 3-day period. So continue to stay tuned. We'll continue to look at this and refine it. May see some additional watches, warnings, or advisories as we go forward into this event. Finally, wind is going to come back. Little breezy on Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday are looking like the strongest. And the good news here is you can see the strongest winds are not where the heaviest snow is. Still will be a little bit breezy up here in the Island Park area and up toward Stanley and the Sawtooths, over toward Driggs. But down here across the southern highlands, the Eastern Magic Valley is where the strongest winds are expected. Might see 20-25 mile per hour sustained winds Thursday night. We'll step ahead to Friday. You can see very breezy conditions region-wide across southeast Idaho, and the strongest winds continuing to come in from the west up the Eastern Magic Valley into the lower Snake Plain. So certainly may see some additional blowing and drifting snow with this next event as well. So that's what we're expecting. Again, a break today, and then weather returns Wednesday through Friday, and stay tuned as we continue to analyze that event for you and bring you the latest information. That's it for your briefing this morning. As always, if you have questions, please reach out to us, and have a great day.